settle in for hours kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, total binge watching mode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what if I told you there are ways to actually make money doing that?
Wait, like getting paid to watch?
Yep. We're diving deep today into all the different ways you can earn some cash just by watching videos, turning that couch potato time into, a side hustle.
That's a deep dive I can get behind.
Right. I've been doing a ton of research, reading articles, and it's crazy how many options are out there.
So, like, how do we even start? Where does all this money come from?
So it seems like there are three main categories. First off, there are these things called money-making apps.
Okay, money-making apps.
Yeah, basically you download an app and you get rewarded for watching videos and ads. Sounds kind of too good to be true, maybe.
I was just thinking that. Like, is this actually legit?
Right. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Then there's review writing, which I'm guessing is pretty much what it sounds like, getting paid to share your thoughts on movies and TV shows.
So becoming like a critic, I guess?
Kind of. And the last one, this one surprised me, is actually working for streaming services.
Wait, what? How?
Yeah, they need people for stuff like categorizing content and even subtitling.
Huh, that's interesting. So we've got like a whole range here, from super casual to like actual jobs.
Exactly. And I think that's what's so cool about this. Like, there's something for everyone, depending on how much time you want to put in and how much you're looking to earn.
That's a good point. So let's go back to those apps for a second. What are we talking about here? Like, how much money can you actually make from watching ads on an app?
Yeah, that's the $1,000,000 question, right? Or maybe like the $5 question.
Exactly.
Okay, so full disclosure, you're not going to get rich off of these apps.
That's what I figured.
But, and this is from the research, a lot of these apps can give you a little extra spending money. Think of it as like earning enough for your daily coffee just by watching some videos.
That's not bad. Free coffee is always a win.
So how do these apps work? Do you have any examples? So there are a bunch of these apps out there, and they all have slightly different systems. But some of the more popular ones I came across are like Swagbucks, Inbox Dollars, and there's one called Perk.
I think I've heard of Swagbucks.
Yeah, it's pretty well known. But basically the way they work is you accumulate points for watching videos, taking surveys, sometimes even just for shopping online. And then you can exchange those points for gift cards or sometimes straight up cash.
Okay, so it's like a rewards program, but for watching stuff. I can see how that could add up.
Right. And if you're already spending time watching videos anyway, might as well get something back, right?
Totally. All right, so what about those reviews? I'm curious about that.
The review writing.
Yeah, that. You mentioned it earlier. It sounds fun, but like, how do you actually get paid to do that?
So, turns out, it's a bit more than just saying, this movie was awesome, or this was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, I figured there's more to it.
You got to be able to actually write, obviously clear, concise reviews, but also make them insightful, engaging. Think about it. People are reading your review to decide whether or not they want to watch something, right?
Well, yeah, you don't want to waste anyone's time.
Exactly. And there's a skill to that for sure.
So what kind of reviews are we talking about here? Are these like full-blown essays?
Well, that's the interesting part. There are actually different kinds of reviews you can get paid for.
Really?
Yeah. Some platforms want more of a plot summary, just even the main points. No spoilers, obviously. Others are looking for more analytical stuff, themes, symbolism, all the deep dive things we love.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
And then there are some that just want your, like, a gut reaction. Did you enjoy it? Would you recommend it to others?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So how do you find these gigs? Where are all these reviews going?
Well, there are websites and platforms specifically for this, like Rotten Tomatoes, obviously IMDb, even freelance sites like Upwork and Fiverr have gigs like this.
So plenty of options.
And a little pro tip, if you have a favorite genre, like if you're all about sci-fi or rom-coms or whatever, focusing on that can really make you stand out.
Yeah, become the go-to person for like zombie movies.
Exactly. Okay, so are you ready to have your mind blown?
Always?
The last category, the streaming services. I mean, we all know they have a ton of content, right? But I had no idea they actually need help managing it all.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So we're talking about jobs like categorizing content, making sure everything is tagged correctly so people can actually find what they're looking for. And then subtitling, which is huge for accessibility, and for translating shows and movies into different languages.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about that. But it makes sense. There's so much content out there. It's got to be organized somehow.
And someone has to do it.
Right. So, like, what kind of person would be good at this?
Well, for subtitling, you got to have a good grasp of language, obviously. You're translating dialogue, making sure the subtitles flow with the action, all that.
Makes sense.
And for categorization, being detail-oriented is key. It's all about being meticulous, making sure things are tagged correctly so the right content reaches the right audience.
So basically, if you're a language nerd, there's a job for you. And if you're all about those details, there's a job for you too.
Exactly. Pretty cool, right?
It is. So just to recap, we've got our money-making apps for some quick cash.
Right?
We've got review writing if you like to share your opinions and are good with words.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got this whole behind-the-scenes world of working with streaming services, which is kind of fascinating.
Who knew there were so many ways to make money just by watching videos, right?
Right. It really makes you think, which one of these sounds the most interesting to you? Could you see yourself turning your video watching habits into something more?
That's the question, right?
Exactly.
And hey, maybe we'll do a follow-up deep dive, really explore one of these options in detail.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Until next time.